Takes a shot at the elbow. Will not go. Misses off the front iron.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
No good from Money. The Hawks trail by 3.
I've been shooting threes this whole game.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has
How many points we got? 17.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 5 points so far.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Money. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Dropping bombs.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Playoff game 1 now, history. Time for game 2 of this series here on 2K Sports. We're in the first. And after winning game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen.
I'm
a little overconfident.
You're overconfident?
Yeah.
Overconfident about what?
Because they're higher speed. They've got to protect their home court advantage. So I kind of know what's going to happen in this game. I'm a little overconfident.
You know, they need to take their approach like they haven't done anything yet. You know, the series doesn't really start until a team wins on the road. So they'll be fine, but they have to.
We're at the jam-packed Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Round 1 of the East rolls on. Game 2 just about ready to tip off. playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. You look at the Nets. A successful outing in Game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take Game 2 on their home court.
And this is the game that gives them a chance to put the hammer down. I mean, if they can build on their Game 1 win with another one tonight, they'll have a stranglehold on this series.
Well, if you flip the script, though, a loss tonight in their home court advantage evaporates, and that would put a ton of pressure on them going on the road.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Then there's Teague. Then it's Turner. Here's Money following the basket by Paul Millsap. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Here's Teague. Outside Turner. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Feeds it to Teague. Dishes it to Millsap. Teague a screen on Young. 6 to shoot. Back to...
Man, I thought some... Oh,
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And folks, you can feel the fierceness, the intensity of this series setting the tone prior to Game 3. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Atlanta Hawks in their house, Phillips Arena. Looking at the Hawks, they were unable to take Game 2 on the road, but the series continues. They look to get back in the win column again tonight. And though technically this is not an elimination game, it is clearly a borderline must-win game. Shaq, how do you see it?
Well, I feel like every game, unless you're up 3-0, is a must-win. You never know what will happen in the series to turn the tide.
I mean, Ernie, if you look at history, no one's come back from a 3-0 deficit. So this might not be a must-win, but it's a key win if you want to get back into the series. Take it one possession at a time.
Don't you know that some point, somebody has to do it?
You know what? Someone
has
will do
to
it.
come back.
I've actually seen a team down 3-0 tie it to 3-3.
Yeah, it's happened a few times.
I remember that. Our Denver Nuggets
It'll
tied
never
against
be done.
Utah.
Cut it
Tied
out.
at 3-3, sent it to a Game 7.
It will
I remember
never be done.
Mutombo and his group did that.
I'll be 100 years old. I won't be here, so it'll never be done. Because if I'm not here, I didn't see it.
So if you're not here, it didn't happen.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
So anything that happened before you never happened either?
I didn't see it. I can't confirm it.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Brooklyn Nets facing Atlanta. You take a look at the Hawks. They need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into this series.
And an opportunity here to change the momentum of this series. The odds are stacked against them after losing those first two on the road. But now in their building, their fans, it's their chance to get back into it.
Simply do or die time. I mean, they can't be discouraged by the 2 losses. There's still plenty of time left in this series. The most important game is the current game. The crowd isn't discouraged, and we can feel that. Just listen to them. They're
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to NBA playoff basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, got Shaquille O'Neal. Time to get ready for this crucial Game 4 of the opening round. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Atlanta Hawks in their house, Phillips Arena. Checking out Atlanta, Game 3, a win on their home court. They'll look to do it again tonight, and no question, these home fans are fired up. It's rare to see a point guard lead the NBA in scoring, but that's exactly what Freak is doing right now. Not only that, but he's still making sure to get everybody involved. How great has this been for this kid?
I mean, only MVP candidates can lead the league in scoring at the point guard position. You know, I mean, it's critical to his team's success. Most guys would say, well, he's shooting too much. But no, his teammates say he's not shooting enough. The only time he's not supposed to shoot the basketball, Ernie, is when he doesn't have it.
If he holds on to the scoring title and keeps running the offense like this, he'll have a claim as the best point guard in the game today. Heard it here first.
And the only time he's not shooting, Kenny, is when he doesn't have it.
No question.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. See you later, folks.
What if he's mentally shooting?
There is a buzz in the air here at the Phillips Arena. It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Glad you could join us today. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. You look at the Atlanta Hawks. Scratching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, and the goal is to win tonight. Make it a best-of-3 series. They already know they're going to have to get one on the road, which is going to be tough enough. But if they can get this one, then they've got a shot.
Yeah, they really do, and the task at hand is where their focus has to be. They can't be thinking about down the road, on the road. They've got to take care of business right here, because anything less than 100% focus and intensity, and they'll be done.
I forgot the game started. My fault, y'all.
Money, he's in at the point. Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Roberson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Money, battles through traffic and lays it in. Money's got the first points up on the board here for the Nets. And Teague, here we go. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Here's Money, rejected by Millsap. Teague against Spates. A nice shot by Teague.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
And here is Teague following the three-pointer by Freak. Oh, that's blocked. From the line, rebound by the Hawks. They came out on...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to NBA playoff basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, got Shaquille O'Neal. Time to get ready for this crucial Game 4 of the opening round. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Atlanta Hawks in their house, Phillips Arena. Looking at the Hawks, Game 3, a win on their home court. They'll look to do it again tonight, and no question, these home fans are fired up. Trailing 2-1 in this series, really a huge Game 4 on their home court. If they can't even the series tonight, their hopes of emerging from this series diminish significantly, do they not, Shaq?
They do, Ernie. Pay attention. I'm about to give you a Shaqism. You know what a Shaqism is?
I think I'm about to get one.
A Shaqism is I'm going to say something, and it may sound crazy, like it's not making sense, but you have to go back and analyze what I'm about to say. It's not technically a must-win, but it is a must-win in a practical sense.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Money in at point guard. Maurice Spates out there with Young. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Releases from 15. Millsap misses.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And there's the basket. Good.
Like, boy, I thought I was